So far we have this recording going on, and uh, I want to ask you guys: is this making any sense? The scripting thing? Anybody? I
Yes.
mean, here's the thing here. This is more of a concept here. You have to grab all this, and based on that, you could write complex scripts. Okay. So you see along here how many lines it keep getting added here. Okay, so reach out to me if you have a question or anything like that. Okay, so when you run this, and then what was the delimiter we had? Semicolon, right? Yeah, there you go. So you could see how this file, it has like so much information here, and we're using this delimiter here to parse this. Okay, so the sky is the limit here. You just have to practice it and see how you could use this for your own benefits. Yeah, okay, so okay. So the next concept I have for you guys is called traps and quit options. Okay, so what happens? Okay, let's see here. Ping redirector case statement, right? Here you have choices here. Before that, let me run it. So over here you have this here. Choice 1, choice 2, and all this. But you don't have a choice to quit. What would be what it takes for you to quit this? Okay, because what is happening here is you have this script here, but you ran this accidentally. You want to quit out of this. Okay, you want to stop whatever you're doing here. How are you going to do this? So what you have to do is there's a concept called traps. Trap, signal, and quit options. Okay, it's called traps, signals, and quit option. So I'm gonna write down here. So I'm gonna write down signal name, and then signal value, Okay, an effect. Okay, so the signal name is SIGINT, all capital letters. And the value for this is 2. And what it does is, it interrupt from keyboard. Okay, and the next one is SIGTERM, SIGTERM, and the value is 15. And when you use this, is called termination signal. Okay, and the next one is 6 stop, and the value for this is 17, 19, and 23. And it says stop the process. Okay, process. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, let me create a fresh script here. I'm going to copy template to, I'm going to name it quit.sh. This is an example of quitting the script. Okay, in here, what you type is trap, and you type SIGINT, okay? And then SIGTERM, SIGSTOP. So what you do is you write echo uh, please press Q or Q to quit this script. Then you type while dollar choice okay. Now this dollar choice is what? It is a variable here. Is not equal to Q and dollar choice is not equal to Q okay do. So while you do this do echo echo choice 1 okay. 2 3 4 and then what we're gonna do is Q to quit okay. Quit or exit. Okay, choice 4 oh 1 my brain is going backwards. 2 and this is 3 okay, and then you say give it a space there echo and then clear done okay. So we're gonna type quit.sh missing line 9. How do I bring that numbers? Okay, so what is wrong here? Okay, you have to give space here. And quit Okay, now we have an option here. Choice 1, choice 2, choice 3, choice 4, and then Q to quit. So let me just type Q. Oh, what is it? It was looping. Why was it looping? Yeah, go
Excellent,
ahead.
sir. Sir, shouldn't the while loop that you've written rather end and it shouldn't be it or rather end, because like if I have to press either small q or large q, so if I get any of these, it should quit, not both.
Yeah, so let's take a look at what double and means. Means or. Yeah, you're right. Very good. So either the choice is Q or this here, double pipe. When you have a double pipe, that means or. Either Q or this. That's why it may not be running. Okay, let me push Q. Okay, yeah. I have to put on read choice. Okay, I have choice 1, 2, 3. Based on that, if I have choice 1, I can put down, I mean, right now it's not doing, the only Q is working here. It's not working. Trap, please press Q or quit to quit while SIGINT SIGTERM SIGSTOP. Please quit echo well choice. Okay, actually this is correct here. What we're doing is we are using it backwards. If the choice is not Q and if the choice is not uppercase Q, then run this. Okay, and then if it's Q, then quit it. Why is it quitting here? Because we put this down here. Okay, let's Okay, so if you type dollar and a question mark, it will give you this information here, right? And let's see here, if I put 1 and hit enter, or Q and hit enter, uh, dollar and question mark, command not found.
Do we need a backtick?
No, hold on. Let me run this here. 1 or Q echo dollar. Okay. Yeah, so what are we gonna do now is we'll bash trap. Okay, let me try putting this in here. please press term, sit term, stop, quit is 3. You know, I'll just hold this up here. Let me find more about this and we'll come back here. So next thing I'm going to show you is functions. How we're going to use a function here. Function is a piece of code that you would use to reuse it. Okay, you write a piece of code a little bit and then you could reuse it again. So give me 1 second here. Let me copy this. Well, I'll come back to this here again. Let me find more about it. Function. Okay, before I explain what function is, let me just write the code here and then I'll explain you later. So I'm going to type CP template and then I'm going to type function. Okay, and in here, this is a function example. Okay, so what's going to happen here is I'm going to write a function here, okay? And what will happen is we could call it and then it will run same exact code. Okay, for example, let's see here. I'm going to name the function name Zafar. Okay, and this is how it starts. And open and close, and then you have the curly brackets. You put a tab in there and put curly brackets in there, and you put the commands in here. Okay, you type 2 uptime, and then let's see, host name, df-h, and okay, yeah, you got the idea here. You're putting in some commands in here, okay? You save and exit. If I run function, what happens is nothing is happening here, okay? Even though there is some code in here. So this won't run up until I type in here, okay? I type in here Zafar. So this is the function. So what is happening is I'm making all this part of a function here. So if I just type Zafar here, when I type Zafar, then it's going to recognize this and run it here. So this part of a function is a block of code here. I'll show you a little later here. So when you call this, when is executing it, okay? See, now it's executing the code. Okay, you could have like 200 functions in here. Unless you call it, it's not going to execute here. So in here, I'm going to type another function here, okay? I'm going to type Chicago, okay? And then I'm going to do this here. So in here, I'm going to open and close the curly bracket. And in here, I'm going to type echo. This is Chicago. Echo. This is Windy City. Okay, I'm gonna go close this. Okay, and then if I execute this command, what's gonna happen is what I typed in the Chicago is not running yet. Why is it not running yet? Because I haven't called it yet. I have to tell down here that to run it. Either you could put it here or here. Based on the sequence, it will run it. So if I just type Chicago here, now it will run those two functions in here. So it ran the first function, and then this is the second function here. Now the thing about function is, you could call it many times here. It will run it. You don't have to type the same code again and again. If you want this to run this couple times, what you have to do is, you just have to type it here. Well, how many times you want it is going to run it so many times. So I put in Chicago 3 times here, so it should run 3 times. There you go. Now imagine if you have like a big chunk of code and you want to run it several times, okay? How are you going to do that? You use function. All right, any question? And then you could put in whatever you want in here, in this function here. So let's see. Okay, so let's see here. Basic. What I could do is I could type this code here. Let me just type this one here. You got the idea what I'm trying to do here. I'm gonna create another function in here, and I'm gonna paste this in there within the curly bracket. And then I'm gonna name this function junk. Okay. So what is happening is it's not gonna run until I call it here. So what I could do is I could delete this here, or I could just run it here junk. And I'm gonna get rid of this here. So I'm using as I needed here. So if I run function, so this is gonna run it for me. Okay, it kind of run that code here. Okay, everybody with me so far? I need to hear you guys. Okay, so I think you got the concept here. What I'm trying to say here is function. So what I'm gonna do here is let me type so so this is regular. This is our bin bash and all that here, right? This is nothing new. Okay, and this is function. This part is function. Okay, this is the this is the format you have to use. You have to write this here, and you have to have a open and close curly brackets, or else it's not going to work. And then this is another function. Function is nothing but a piece of code. Okay, just keep in mind that. And then this, to call in the function to actually execute the function, you have to run this here. Okay, and then you could run it several times. All right, so let me just put this here. In here, I'm gonna put name of the function, okay, and then you have to have parentheses in there, and then you start with curly bracket and end with curly bracket, and you type the code in here. What usually do is people would just keep the tab in here so that it looks good on the eyes and readable. Okay, so format, this is how the function format works. Okay, function followed by parentheses, and then must have open curly bracket, and then, and in here, okay, and here the code goes here, and it could be many lines. Okay, and the function must end with the curly bracket. Okay, these are the basic things for the function, or else it's not going to work. If the bracket is missing or whatever, it's not going to work. And then to call the function, to actually run the function, okay, what you have to do is you just have to type the name of the function without anything else. Okay. Okay. So I think that's good enough information here. All right. Now that brings up to another form of function. It's called function within a function. Okay. Function within a function. So it's called a global function and local function. Okay, let's take a look here. What does global and local function means? Okay. So I'm gonna clear this. Copy template, and then I'm gonna give it to global dot sh, and then I'm gonna say global, and then I'm gonna say this is an example of global and local function. So what I'm gonna do is um, this means um, function inside function. Let's keep it that way. Okay, so what are we gonna do? I'm gonna type function global, okay, and then I'm gonna put the parentheses in there, and here I'm gonna open the curly bracket, close the curly bracket, okay. Now within the curly brackets, I'm gonna create another function. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say echo this is a local function. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is echo this is a global function, and in there I'm going to create another function called local. And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to do the curly brackets, open and close the curly brackets. It's the same format. If you pay close attention, it's the same format. You could do tabs here so that it's easier on the eyes, okay? And I'm going to say echo um, echo this is local function. And echo you can add code here. So I'm going to save and exit, and if I type global, it's not going to run here. Why is it not going to run? Because it's you have to call the function global. So you have to type this here. Okay, you have to give the name of the function. Okay, and it says only global function. It's not showing the name of the local function. Can somebody tell me why is it not showing the name of the local function? Why is this is not running? It's right in front of your eyes, guys. Let me know.
We are calling function global. We are not calling function local.
Very good. Who's that?
Syed,
Yeah. Now the question is, where should I put that? Where do I type the local? Where do I give that information?
uh, after function global, maybe.
Right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. So I'm gonna type func global. Okay. Now it says this is a global function and this is a local function. So you either you could do this way, or what you could do is normally you put that in here. You call it here. And then I'm going to just delete this. So what's going to happen is it's going to do the same function. There you go. Okay, so a piece of code. Now you could see how this could multiply, right? You could put hundreds of lines in here, and you keep adding a local functions in here. Once the local function is done, then it will execute the global function. So let me make this clear here. Okay, and here's the start of um, start of local function. And end of local function. Okay, and local function being called to action. Okay, this function is gonna being called to action here. Okay, this is a local function. You can add code here. Okay, and end of start of local function, and then uh, global function being called to action here. Okay, guys, it's clear, right? It cannot get any more vivid than this. Okay, hope you are getting what I'm trying to say here. Okay. Okay. Alright, so this is good here. So I'm gonna show you actually how this is gonna function here. I'm gonna show you if you want to take any input, anything like that, how it works. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is function with input parameters. I'm still waiting for you guys to send a document here, okay? If you are having a hard time putting together a document, let me know. Because you're spending 6 months here, I want you guys to get jobs. And I do see a lot of jobs are getting picked up. A lot of requirements are coming up, especially on the East Coast and Midwest and West Coast. All West Coast have a lot of these jobs here, but generally speaking, there are a lot of jobs coming up. So I'm gonna put down input is provided at command prompt CLI. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is clear this template, and then I'm gonna say input function .sh. Okay, this is let's see, this is global, this is a global and local function. Okay, with the input parameters. Okay, this is actually, I'm going to show you how this is going to work. Okay, so what's going to happen here is uh, we're gonna calculate somebody's age and all that here. Okay, so let's see here. So I'm gonna say a variable. So I'm gonna type username equals $1. So when you're running the function, you have to give the name and all that. Okay. And what I'm going to do is function age in days. Okay, that's the name of a function. And I'm going to open and close parentheses. Okay, and I'm going to say echo hello dollar username. Okay, and then you are $1 um, $1 years old. Okay, and I'm gonna say echo your age in days is expr $1. So we're calculating the age in days times 365. Okay, I'm gonna close this. Okay, so here global variable. Okay, you could create a variable where, I mean, the variable can be used anywhere. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is echo enter your age. And then type read user age. Okay. Now what's going to happen is let's call this function here and then space $user age. Let me run this here and I'll come back and we'll show you how it works. Input function there. I'm going to type Zafar here. Okay, so it says enter your age. And it says, hello, Zafar, you are 35 years old and your age is this much here. So let's take a look here. What is happening here, okay? You're writing a simple function is good here if you're doing echo and all this. But how you actually going to use it? That's the important thing here. In combination with the code here, okay? So what is happening here is if I don't type this in here, it's not going to get the name at least. So I'm going to type 10 and then it does this, right? So in here, what you have to type is, you have to make a comment here to run this function with input at CLI. Where is this? Yeah, input function .sh. And you type Zafar. Okay. So you copy this. Okay, this is how you run it. So what is happening here is like this here. I'm going to type Jack. So what is happening here is, we've seen this here before, right? When you run the script here, you have to give the input parameter here. So what is happening here is Jack is going to become this here. User age is going to, no. Yeah, username. If you have like $1, I told you, like if you have $1, $2, $3, it will take this here. It will take $1 becomes the input here. That's how it's designed here. If you type a dollar anything else, dollar, if you don't type a number there, then it's not going to be picking that up here. So if I type $10 there, it will pick that up as Jack, one input. And $2 will be space second input, okay? So what happens here is Jack will come in here, will become username. Username get replaced with Jack. Okay, and it says hello username. You are, then it's asking at the same time, it's asking the age. So you put down age here. Then what happens is now the function is running here. Function is running here. Okay. So when I run this here, this part is already done. This part is already done. Now what it's going to do is we have to provide the age. Age is 10. So now it's running this part here. So it's running the math. $1 becomes the age usage. Okay, any questions?
Sir, I have a question. It starts flowing from the top, and we gave the name with the function. And when the function comes in, it just first of all it displays hello, whatever the name is, and the age part is that the below line is not executed after that. So it goes below where it says echo enter your age, and it reads the age, and then it goes back into the functions. Am I getting it right?
Because function is executing now. If I put function on the top, it will error out.
Okay, sir. Okay.
See, you could have like 10,000 lines in here. It's just the order when it's getting executed. Okay?
Okay, sir.
This function could be anywhere, and if I don't call this function, if I call this function here, if I call this function here, for example here, then it will crash. Because the function is already getting executed. So you just have to remember the order of the execution. That's all you have to remember. I think this is not necessary, a dollar username usage. Let's go and take it out. Function in days. And I type in 10 and it says, hello Jack, you are 10 years old and your age is. Hmm. So what you could do is you could go up here and you take dollar each. Okay, yeah, it works now. Okay, this is more logical here now. So the variable is there and it's global, and enter your age, read age function in days. Okay, you are any it makes sense, right? Let me know now. And I've told you many times before, this is something you just make it up. This is something you make it up, okay? Just use something which is logical that thinks is gonna work. Okay, so what I'll do is actually I'll end today here, and I'm gonna start sharp tomorrow at 8 because I gotta leave right in 10 minutes here. So as soon as I'm done here, I'll upload the video, and then we'll catch up tomorrow here. Anybody have any question? Put that in the chat, and then from there I'll help you, or I want somebody to answer the question before I answer it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna end here and then I'll upload the video soon. Have a good day, everybody.